Democrat Beto O'Rourke sharply criticized the death of Botham Jean during a campaign rally tonight in Oak Cliff. His visit comes amid a tight race against Republican Ted Cruz. Political reporter Jack Fink asked O'Rourke what he thinks he needs to do to win.
This looks like Texas. This looks like America. This looks like the future, right? It's on all of us.
Democrat Beto O'Rourke rallied a standing room only crowd of 1,700 supporters at the Good Street Baptist Church, the only church in Dallas where Dr. Martin Luther King once spoke. And O'Rourke expressed outrage about the deadly shooting of Botham Jean by a Dallas police officer.
What is released to the public? That he had a small amount of marijuana in his kitchen. How can that be just in this country? How can we continue to lose the lives of unarmed black men in the United States of America at the hands of white police officers? That is not justice. That is not us. That can and that must change. Are you with me on this?
O'Rourke's visit comes days after our CBS 11 Dixie Strategies poll shows him trailing Republican Senator Ted Cruz by 4 points. I asked O'Rourke how he intends to jump ahead in the race and stay there through the election.
My money and all of my faith is on the people of Texas. I don't know that the polls that show us, a point down, 3 points down, fully represent everyone who's coming out right now.
SMU political science professor Cal Jilson says to win, O'Rourke needs to keep doing what he's doing. But he says he will need some Republicans to join independents to cross over. He says that's unlikely.
There have to be like 15% of voters or so who do that. And that's a lot of voters who aren't taking the easy way out, which is vote a straight ticket and leave.
Yes, he's got a chance.
Why do you say that?
Look at the people here. Look at the exposure. This hadn't happened before. I showed up and I hadn't done it before.
And Professor Jilson says by the 1st of October, O'Rourke will need to jump ahead of Cruz in the polls by 3 to 6 points if he wants to withstand all of the Republican TV ads. Also today, both candidates announced they'll be taking part in 3 debates. The first will happen next Friday night at SMU in Dallas. Live in Dallas tonight, Jack Fink, CBS 11 News.
All right, Jack, thank you very much.